I wanted to have kind of a hitter's meeting, get a little baseball-y in the A block with 3 of the great performances yesterday. Okay? So I want to start in Fenway. We do not talk about this superstar monster enough, and that's Rafael Devers. And I want to focus on his ability to use Fenway Park to his advantage, to drive the ball up the middle the other way. You just heard Jackson Holliday said he went down to AAA and worked on driving the ball the other way. Well, no one does it better. Pause this for me real quick. I'm going to take you through an AB. George Kirby's throwing 97, top of the zone, trying to drive four-seamer up and in on him. Run this. So it's 1-0. He's coming back in there. He's all over that pitch. He's on it. So pause this real quick. He goes splitty away. He's now got him 2-1. He tries to drive that heater back up and in. If Rafael Devers is sold out for that pitch, then he's probably going to get out and around and pull this baseball. But he knows he's got 315 to the gap in Fenway with a big wall. I do not have to cheat. Run it. 97, doesn't totally execute it all the way up in the zone. He got it in, but Rafael Devers is able to shoot it the other way. Then he gets 2-0 against a lefty, and you've heard it time and time again. Lefties enjoy facing lefties when they're maybe struggling a little bit because they can keep their front shoulder in and drive it up the middle the other way. Luis Gil, 99 miles an hour. The previous at bat, he struck out on a slider. He doesn't cheat. He stays through the middle of the field the other way and drives it opposite field, and no one's doing it better in the game. He's handling every pitch, and he's driving it up the middle the other way. And you see it right here. Run that back for me real quick. I want you to focus on his bottom hand, all right? He gets into his backside. Run this. Pause. Ready to go, right? Going to create that rubber band effect. Going to put the foot down, load the scap, run it. Pause. And now from there, all he's thinking, or all you have to think at home if you're a kid, is if I take this bottom hand to the baseball, the bat head's replacing it. Run this. Boom. Point of contact, creating lag and driving the ball up the middle the other way. And it just, he reminds me so much of Big Papi. You go back to 04, the ALDS, Jared Washburn staying through it on a lefty and driving a walk-off out of the yard. Do it a little bit differently. Papi loaded his hands a little bit more, loaded them down, but you can't deny what Devers has done. Bring up some of the boards that Nays put together on him. MLB slugging percentage leaders this season. You got Judge, Ohtani, Devers, Witt, Soto. That's pretty good. How about opposite field?
You would guess that board.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
How about 600% slug or higher on all 3 pitch types?
Wow.
How many guys are doing that? Judge in 2024, Trout in 2022, Yelich, Trout again, and Hanley Ramirez. Look at Rafael Devers at the top. And now opposite field, slug. Not surprised JD's on this board. But take a look at this. Devers, Judge, Javi Baez rolling out there in 2019. Let's get back to that. So Devers right there. Just his ability to control the AB time and time again and use that Fenway Park, that green monster to his advantage. He's fun to watch hit. Okay, welcome back, Jackson Holliday. How much pressure was put on this guy? And then he comes up early in the year. He gets off to the slow start. He goes back down, and we're trying to trade him to Detroit for Tarek Skubal at the deadline. Well, what happens? Mike Elias brings him back up after sending Connor Norby for Trevor Rogers to Miami, throws him in there, and he gets an 0-2 spinner in the middle of the plate and destroys it. And I just take myself, this is a supremely talented ball player and a supremely talented offensive ball player. You want to talk about no hinges in a swing?
What do you mean by that?
We're going to get into it with a couple side angles. He had a monster spring. There was a ton of pressure on him, the #1 prospect in baseball. His dad had a monster career. He's rushed to the big leagues, right? Maybe some people don't think he's rushed, but to walk in there at 20 amongst grown men is not easy to do. He gets off to a slow start. They send him back down, and he's able to right the ship. This isn't spring. Run that back for me. These are not against AAA backfield guys. That's Yusei Kikuchi that just went for the farm.
Excuse me?
To Houston. Run this and watch him stomp on this baseball in spring. Think he's got some confidence? Give him a second to get relaxed, and he's going to go off for this team. Lauren, run this back. Talk about no hinges. This is what I look for when I watch people hit. Does your body have hinges that force you to make it more difficult on you to get to a baseball? What I mean by that is I had a lot of moving parts. My hands were loaded down. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't pretty. I couldn't roll out of bed and produce a gorgeous swing like Ken Griffey Jr., Adam Jones from the right side, Manny Machado. Nothing, once he's in his load, nothing gets in the way of this. It's just a wave of attack coming through the baseball. So pause. And now just follow the bat path and tell me if anything, if he can't redirect it at all. This is 100% force coming through. Perfect finish. Hit through the baseball, not to it. Similar load to his dad with the high leg kick. But you see hinges in Matty's swing that you don't see in Jackson's
They
swing.
both had the same forearms. I stood next to Jackson. He's not as huge.
No, they're not the same.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Jackson
he is not
nowhere near.
He is
his
not as
dad.
big as his dad, but they've got the same forearms.
Okay.
Listen, I think I think
Fine.
his dad on a dare could rip a phone book in half. I do believe that. All right, let's finish it up with the best player in the game right now, Bobby Witt. The guy hit 489 in the month of July. He's Mr. July. He dominated it all. Let's get into it. Give him some of the highlights of July. Everything that he's doing on a field is electric. The bat speed's electric. He's got a little bit longer swing than Mike Trout, but I've never seen anybody hit with their obliques the way Mike Trout's doing, and I'm telling you, Bobby can let the ball get so ridiculously deep. You see him right there pull his hands in and gator arm that ball down the line that jams most right-handed hitters. Then he shows up. So July 4th, he starts the fireworks show early. Then he heads to his hometown and says, let me dominate the red carpet. Then I know Teoscar Hernandez won the home run derby, but did he really? Because all I remember is Bobby Witt hitting missiles all over the place. And then from July 19th to the 22nd, in a 4-game stretch, he had 12 hits. 3 hits, 3 hits, 3 hits, 3 hits. Do that 4 nights in a row and go back to the hotel room. You're feeling pretty sexy about yourself. And these are rockets. There's no swinging bunts. This is 94 middle of the plate, and he's driving it out to left center. And let's add, I mean, he dominated this game against the White Sox. He made a play in the hole to save the game in the bottom of the inning. He hits a grand slam to give them the lead. Give me a side angle. He's making fans buy jerseys. And watch. Run it back for me real quick. Focus on the belt buckle. You're going to get this right at the last second. Into the back hip. Run it. Slow. There it is. Boom. Nothing going forward. Best player in the game right now. Number 7 in Kansas City. Yeah, come on. Season stats. He's hitting 350. Weighted runs created plus 170, stolen bases, he's tied for 8th, and the fielding is what's blown me away.